Hey guys, it's Jim Bounds at Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and when I left you last, I was doing some demolition and pulling the headliner out. Well, no reason for you to watch me yank the headliner out. You know what was going to happen. So we took it out. Have the new piece in here. You go, wait, I want to see that. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you about it. First thing, we took out this panel in between here. Now, you guys that have the late model unit that don't have this panel, that's going to be fine. I'm going to show you guys how you can put this back in so you can access it. Okay? The guys with the panel like this, you can follow me about how I put that together. All right. So when I left you last, the old panel was here. That's out. I cut out right to the end of the door. Why? Because we are doing this next 5 panels, right? We're doing the galley upper. Galley lower is done. We're doing the headliner panel on the galley. You can extend it to everybody else if you want to. How I made the panels, if you follow the side panel video, shows you how to make the panels. The big number, 72 5/8. From there to there, your board needs to be 72 5/8 inches. Like this one. Okay, 72 5/8 inches this way. Now, let's talk a little bit about why I've got what I've got here. Now, we're doing a 5-foot section. All right. A 48 inch by 4x8 sheet, a 48 inch wide sheet of 1/8 inch plywood will make 2 24 inch panels, right? My first panel was 24 inches. Okay. The second panel is going to be 12.5 inches. The third panel is going to be 24 inches. That's going to bring me to exactly 5 feet. Okay? And in this middle panel, I'll show you what I'm going to be doing there. So this first panel is 24 by 72 5/8. Okay? And you saw how it pops into place, and I'll show you. Move it into place until it covers here, and is really square. Now, this first one is really important because it's got to be square because everything else is going to come off of it. Okay? Needs to be square. All right. Now, when you get it square, 1/8 inch pop rivet. You pop rivet this in place and pop rivet this to it. Now, you don't have to go crazy with pop rivets. I've got one pop rivet right here that holds this in this way. On this first cross member that I put in, and I'll show you about this in a minute, I got a rivet here, and I put a hole right there. Okay, it's riveted in place. And what have we got? There's first panel is made like the other panels. There's a piece of bubble foil insulation across the top side of it. If you'll remember over here, I've got that reefer roof vent that I left, so I left access. So if I run a wire, pass wire, or anything like that, I can do that. Okay. It's in this ledge right here. It goes into here. It pops into place. You move it where it needs to be. You put your panel in here. Matter of fact, I want to put another rivet right here. we want to keep this first H mold. See how it moved a little? We want to keep it in place because, like I said, everything else is going to come off of it. I use long pop rivets, but I can use them for a lot of different things. All right, first panel's in place. Insulation's overlapping for the next panel. It's locked in, it's square. So the next panel is going to go in. All right, here's our next panel. Now, next panel is going to be right over the middle of the kitchen. We're going to have a light of some sort, so I got a hole here. Need to have a place for the wire to come out. Our installation's on this side. Put this thing into place. Get it as close as you can to where it's going to end up being, so you don't have to slide it very far. Right in there. There it is. Pops into place. Now, I got my wire stuck, my pull wire. There we go. Yeah, see, this pull wire comes over to the galley, and I'll be able to run whatever kind of wire I need for the light right there. And then this goes into place. This one goes into here. There we go. Come on. There we go. Gotta help it a little. There we go. All right. Next panel is in. Now, we talked before about that plastic H mold that was $3.48. These are like $17, but this is a hard aluminum 1/4 inch divider bar. Got these at Home Depot. And the great thing at Home Depot, they had them in black, they had them in white, silver, and in kind of a pewter color. So you put this in, you cut this, I think the number was 6 feet. Tucks in over here. You give it a little bit of a bend. Here's the black one. You can see the bend I put in it. Basically just bend it over your knee. It sounds a little primitive, but so you get this up here, you put it in here. Get your trim in place. You got it all real straight. That's why that first one is real important, to get it in there straight. But if you do get it in there straight, there you go. Now what I'll do here is I'll rivet this into place. Here, let's go ahead and get one in, because it'll slowly want to try to move. Let's get one in right here. Here, shouldn't have my back to you. Sorry about that. All right. Now we'll rivet it over here. Pop rivet it over here to hold it in place. This panel's in. Second panel. This is called a sectioned headliner. Each section is held in place. Makes it very solid. You run pull wires where you need to. Okay. And you build your headliner on out. Now you say, well, wait a minute. We're supposed to cut, fit, cover, and install one board at a time. Well, I've cut, I've fit, but I've installed. What about my cover? Well, you guys could take each one of these panels and cover it with a vinyl, or cover it with a cloth, or cover it with a VT laminate, and you could put them in, and this white would show. Be nice. Or if you wanted black, you could do that. We're going to be putting in this tin. Remember? It so happens that that tin is 20 inches by 5 feet. 5 feet, that's our kitchen. So 5 feet puts us where we want to be, right here. So 20 by 5. So cutting it up in 20-inch sections and running it this way is no way to go. What we're going to do is we're going to run that tin 20 inches at a time, because this is already 5 feet. It'll look much nicer. And in between each one of those, I can use that white plastic as the divider in between each one of the tins, so that should finish off very nice. You say, well, why don't you just put that up? Why'd you do this? Well, one, I wanted to show you guys how to do a section headliner, but also I wanted my installation. I wanted this piece of plywood here. It gives it strength, if anything else. I wanted all that stuff in there. And then one day, if we decide, hey, the tin's not the way to go, you can pull the tin off and you have the pieces. You can do a true section headliner. Now, we're going to have a section headliner. This is going to continue on into the main area, but here it's going to have the tin, right? All right, well, look, I know you guys, a lot of you guys have been waiting on this, but you understand that you had to get to the point to understand how to get the other one out. You had to understand how to work with the materials, and the numbers are very important. All right. Thanks. If this was any valuable to you at all, please hit like and share and all that stuff. Ranch hands, this is the next phase. Okay, get on about it. And we got the next phase coming up next. What I'm going to do next is I'll finish this out, trim it, and while we're on the headliner, we're going to go ahead and do the main area headliner and run it all the way to the driver's seat. All right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.